Chili's is very, very unhealthy. It's probably like the most unhealthy food that like food can get. I'm not joking. Like it's probably like you're better off going to McDonald's. It would be healthier to go to McDonald's, no joke. With the buffalo chicken sandwich. Don't get me wrong, it does taste good. I don't know, some of the food there does taste good, but it comes at a very high cost. I remember when I worked there, when you work there, you get like a discount on like all the food there, but also you'll just get free food if there's like a mistake in an order. They'll be like, oh yeah, we just like somebody got this like burger but then like didn't pick it up, so like here you, like whoever wants it can have it. And so it's like I ate there like for 2 weeks. I like ate there for, hold on, I want to talk to you guys, so I'm gonna turn off the microphone. I like, why'd I quit? Because I had to go to college. I worked there in high school. I was like absolutely the youngest person there. And what was I gonna say? Yeah, the first 2 weeks when I ate there, or when I worked there, I ate like I ate there a bunch of times. Maybe, you know, every other meal. Not every night, but like almost like every other night. And I gained like almost 20 pounds in like 2 weeks. Like 15 or 20 pounds. Like an absurd amount. And I was like, oh, I can't eat here anymore. And that was with like a high school metabolism. Where like in high school, like I could eat anything and like it didn't matter. Now it's like I can't do that. Like when you get a little older, it's like you kind of have to be a bit healthier. But it basically just meant like I could only eat there like as a special food. Like I shouldn't like get dinner there every time I worked there. But I did get to try a lot. And also one thing I learned too, even the quote unquote healthy meals like were not that healthy. Like the salads and shit were like just as unhealthy as the burgers and stuff. Moderation is key. When I worked at Chili's, I was definitely the youngest person there. And everybody there, I think by being the youngest, everybody cut me a lot of slack, which was nice. Because I was like just kind of a novelty to be there. Yes, I did. I 100% did. Because when I was there, the first thing I did is I was a host. I was a host boy for like the first like month or two. So my job was just to be like, hi, welcome to Chili's. How many people are in your party? And I would find a table for them, and that's all I did. When I joined, there was one old like punk guy. Like he was kind of an older guy, but he was super like into punk music, and would just like because I liked, you know, because I was interested in music of all kinds. Oh hell no, he's not gonna come up here, is he? Okay. He just liked hanging out with me at the front of the store, like in the host area, because he could just like talk to me about like his favorite punk bands and stuff. And he would just tell me like really crazy stories. He would just like tell me like he would just like randomly like just tell me about like stories about like him being on like everything he like all the stuff he used to do when he was addicted to meth. And he'd be like, "Oh, but I'm clean now. I don't do that stuff anymore." But he was like, I'm clean now. I have a better life now. But my life was a lot more fun when I had meth. And then he would like tell me like a cool story of something he did. And he would just say like, he'd be like, "Man, being sober is fucking boring." He's like, "I'm glad I'm sober because I was a fuck up when I was on drugs. But now that I'm not on drugs, I have my shit together now. I'm getting my shit together. But everything's boring. I don't do anything. I just work and then go home." The bartender was like this white supremacist guy who was an ex-con. Like, I think he had like, they weren't visible, but they were like the punk guy was like, yeah, he's got like Nazi tattoos and stuff. So, this is like, I don't know, when you like work at a place with like working people, like you're gonna end up working with people, like people. And sometimes people includes bad people. He was nice to me, but I literally think he was nice to me because I was white. One time there was, at that Chili's, there was like, it wasn't a stabbing, but it was like an attempted stabbing. Like somebody tried to stab one of the waiters with one of the like steak knives. In hindsight, it was kind of funny that he tried to do that. And like it was like a thing. Like the guy left, and like a bunch of cops came to the Chili's, and nobody got hurt. Nobody like got hurt. There was just like a fight, and he just like tried to stab one of the waiters, and the waiter was like pissed off, and he was like pacing around the back. He's like, I'm gonna find that guy. I'm gonna fucking kill that guy. Blah blah blah. And like cops came, and so a couple of the people were like, oh, they have to talk to the cops to say what happened. But I had to go to the back for something, and the white supremacist bartender was like in the way back. He was like behind near where the freezer was, and I was like, I was like, "What's up?" I was like, "Did you see what happened?" And he was like, "Oh yeah." And I was like, why are you back here? And he was like, there's like warrants for my arrest. And he's like, I'm gonna turn myself in eventually, but I can't, like, now's not a good time. So he was like, I can't talk to the cops. I can't give them my ID right now because I don't want to get arrested right now. It's just not a good time. So I was just like, oh, okay. He was like, don't tell him, don't like say anybody's back here. And I'm like, okay. I don't know. I think like somebody told me, because I told that punk guy, I was like, I like explained what happened, and he couldn't stop laughing. He's like, that's so funny. And I was like, I mean, I didn't say is he dangerous, but I was like, who was that? What did he do? And I think he told me like, oh, it's probably just some like assault or something. Like he probably got in a fight. And he said how like, he did tell me that like he would get in fights a lot. Y'all Facebook friends? No, I think I might have added that punk guy to like back when I like had Facebook. But he like didn't do it. He didn't have any like pictures on Facebook or anything. He like didn't do anything on Facebook. After being a host boy though, I became a waiter, and I made a lot more money doing that. Because being a host boy doesn't really make you a lot of money. Because you don't get to do like host boy stuff like in Japan. I'm trying to remember how old I was when I had that job. I think I was under 18. I was very young for there was a lot of drama. There was a lot of drama between people there. People got in fights, like staff got in fights with each other so often. There was one guy who like there was one guy who I didn't like. I don't know. He like he always gave me bad vibes. He had very like, I mean, if he was like in a character creator, like in a Sims character creator, if he had a trait, it would just be like greedy. He was just this like guy. He had like a very baby face and like a little kid haircut. But what would happen is like during like meetings before like our shift would start, sometimes the like assistant manager would be like, oh, we have like this week we were pushing this food or whatever, this dish, this like a new special thing, and like we made it so you guys can all try it and you can explain to people what it tastes like. This one particular guy, the greedy guy, he would always take so much food. He would take like half the food, and like a bunch of people just wouldn't even be able to try it because of him. There was one time he came into work. His face was so red, and his eyes were just super wide. And I was just like, he like came in, I was like, what's going on? He like looked like not confused, but he was just like this, and I was like, what's up? And he was like, I am so drunk right now and my shift is starting. And he was like, do I look drunk? And I was like, your face is red. And then like right when I said that, I was like, oh man, he smells like alcohol so much. And I was like, you smell like kind of alcohol-ish. He's like, fuck. He's like, whatever, fuck it. If I get fired, I get fired. And then he did his shift and it was fine. I think like one of the assistant managers was like, have you been drinking? And he was like, I was out drinking last night. I didn't get to take a shower. And the assistant manager was like, okay. And like, it never went further than that. I definitely like learned a lot at that job. I guess by learned a lot, I mean like, when you're a software developer, you work in games or something, getting food is just like the whole process of getting food is either you getting Instacart and food delivered to your house and then you make food, or you go to a restaurant and somebody brings you food. And you have like kind of no idea of like what's happening in between those steps. Dealing with like people in a service job, especially food, is very important because like you sort of deal with people at their most freakish.